Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So diving back into some educational content. We're going to be talking everything today about tripod foot and the midfoot pressure when it comes to squatting. Now, the same principles that I speak about today can be applied to the deadlift as well. So this is your one-stop shop for getting the right foot positioning and pressure for the squat and deadlift. So the first thing we need to understand when it comes to squatting or deadlifting is we have a tripod foot. And so pretty much this means we have 3 points of contact on our feet, 3 main points, the heel and the 2 points at the front, or the big toe. The big toe and the big ball of the foot can be 1 point. So we want all 3 of those touching the ground at any one time. So when we're pushing through the floor, we want to look for what's called midfoot pressure. Now, if we were wearing shoes with shoelaces, it'd be about the second cross down from the tied shoelace. That's the pressure and the spot that we want to be feeling through the foot when we're squatting. We once had an understanding that the foot, we wanted to actually maintain a nice strong arch when we were squatting. However, we've started to debunk this and realized the foot actually should move when we're absorbing force on the down phase of the squat, and then when we're producing force and pushing into the ground, we actually want to see the foot start to flatten out and we get a little bit of pronation occurring. All right, so on the way down, we get that arch, and when we punch back up out of the hole, we should actually get some pronation and flatten the arch out. This is really important to understand because although we want that and some movement through the foot, we still want the tripod to remain in contact with the ground the whole time. And so what we commonly see sometimes is that people will get that arch on the way down, but then they'll start to lift their foot off on the inside and start to put their weight on the lateral part of the foot on the way down in the squat. On the way up, we can start to push into the ground, but then their heel will start to come off and they'll start to put too much pressure on the inside of the foot. So it's really important that although we're getting this movement throughout the squat, we keep those 3 points in contact evenly the whole time on the ground. So now that we understand the tripod foot, we're going to piece that together with the midfoot pressure and what we should be feeling. So when we're squatting, what we want is pretty much to maintain balance over the middle of our base support. So that's right in the middle of our foot. So pretty much we don't want any movement forwards or backwards. So forwards onto our toes, we start to lose that midfoot pressure. Backwards onto our heels, again, we start to lose that midfoot pressure, or laterally. We want to maintain balanced over the middle of our base support and feel pressure through that midfoot the whole time when we're squatting. So it's a really common problem for especially newer lifters to be really worried about their bar path, and they expect to have a vertical bar path straight up and down. And although most of the time this is what we're looking for and what we're going to see, occasionally you will see the bar path drift a little bit forward. Now, this is okay if you're maintaining the midfoot pressure. If the bar path drifts a little bit forward and you're starting to lose that midfoot pressure and your pressure in your foot is also shifting forward onto the forefoot, then that's when you need to start looking at correcting your connection with the ground and finding and maintaining that midfoot pressure or balance. All right, so you're probably thinking now, how do I apply this to my training if you are having trouble with, midfoot pressure and balance in the squat? What you want to do, very simple and quick drill, is just become aware of your midfoot pressure. That's the first step to getting better at maintaining your midfoot pressure, is awareness. So all you do is just shift forward onto your toes, that's onto your forefoot, shift back onto your heels, and then it's somewhere in the middle there, in that middle part of the foot, that you want to maintain that pressure the whole time. You can literally apply this to any drill where you're pushing into the ground. So a deadlift, a squat, a split squat variation, a lunge variation, even on a leg press, a pendulum squat, anything that is using your feet to produce the force into the ground, you can practice using midfoot pressure. Now, if you are looking for a drill or a variation to help with practicing midfoot pressure, one that we love to use here at Melbourne Strength Culture is a tempo squat, because it allows you to slow it down and bring in that midfoot awareness to actually, get reps under your belt while maintaining midfoot pressure. So the tempo squat would be the one that we love. And again, you can apply that tempo to any of those movements that I mentioned before: split squats, lunges, pendulum squats, anything that is using the foot to produce force. So hopefully this video has helped you have a better understanding of the tripod foot and midfoot pressure, and you can now go apply that to your squat and lower body movements. But if you are looking to dive a little bit deeper into some of this stuff, we are currently running technical workshops in the squat and deadlift. The link will be in the bio. If you are looking for coaching, we are available for online coaching, and we currently do have spots open for that. So please, as always, like, comment, subscribe, share the content, and as always, happy lifting.